That's why I think it's a good time to learn some grammar. What? Now did I stammer? Work on that grammar. You should know when it's less or it's fewer. Oh, yeah. Like people who were never raised in a sewer. I hate these word crimes. Like I could care less. That means you do care. At least a little. Be a moron. Hey, you better slow down.
Good morning, dear students. Our topic for today is outlining. Now, in our context for Eng1, we may use outline in two ways. First, you have a reading material or a reading selection, and you will make an outline out of it in order to show that you fully understand the material, you know the main ideas and the minor ideas, and it shows that you have high comprehension skill. It's a way of practicing your comprehension skill. Second way is when you are writing an essay or an article, you will make an outline first in order to organize your ideas first, because outlines, they serve as framework, as a skeleton, as a plan, or as a blueprint for your writing. So first, we must know, okay, the objectives. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to explain why outlining is an important academic tool, classify major and minor ideas, describe the format of an outline, and enumerate the steps in making an outline. But to clear the expectations, you are expected to read and analyze the ideas expressed, because you cannot make an outline if you do not understand the text. And you also cannot make an outline if you don't know how to point out, for example, the topic sentence, the supporting details. Also, determine which minor ideas belong to each major idea. And 4 and 5, okay, you are expected to restate the ideas for consistency. And finally, you have to be diligent in following the format, the outline form. We will be talking about the format later. So first, let's activate your schema about outline, because outline can mean so many things. So I want you to do this activity. You simply group the words according to shared characteristic. You have group A, group B, group C, group D, and then once you're done, you pick the group which best defines the word outline. Okay, pause the video at this moment. Hello again. Did you hit bullseye? Are your answers similar to this one? Because this is the correct answer. Okay, if it is similar, then very good. Good job. So, what group best defines outline? Yeah, it would have to be group Z. It's a framework, it's a scheme, it's a structure. That's why most beginning writers usually do an outline first in order to provide a framework, a schema, or a structure to their writing. Okay, so basically we define outline as something that lays out the relationships among ideas in a piece of writing. And outline can be formal or informal. Okay, basically outline enables us to distinguish between the heart of the matter and its minor issues. So first, okay, let's organize and classify ideas. You have to, I will be giving you subtopics, and your job is to provide a main idea. So for example, you have parliamentary, oligarchy, presidential, dictatorial. These are, answer? Kinds of government. Very good if you got that right. So you have the main idea, general idea, and then the types or classifications. Usually, the subtopics are elements, sets, processes, stages, examples, illustrations. Okay. Number 2. Influenza, tuberculosis, bronchitis, pneumonia. We have, if your answer is different illnesses, different diseases, those are quite broad. So you have to be more specific than that. If your answer is types of respiratory diseases or examples of respiratory diseases, then that's correct. So your main heading should be not too broad, not too specific. Third, how about these subtopics? If your answer is you have increased hunger, slower thought processes, difficulty learning new tasks, lack of imagination, blurred vision, slurred speech, you may answer symptoms of or effects of UP education because you might be experiencing this, but not really. The answer is effects of sleep deprivation. Okay? So if you got that right, very good. This time around, you have to give the subtopics. I'll give the main idea and you will give the subtopics. Okay? Levels of communication. So you have what? Interpersonal mass communication. We're talking about levels. And then if you will be writing about this, for example, an expository paper and a paper that explains what the levels of communication are, then you have to discuss first intrapersonal, inter, and mass. That's how it works. And then how about qualities of an effective paragraph? We will be studying this towards in the near future actually, because the SEM, we are already in the second half of the semester. So you have unity, coherence, and emphasis. So if you can do that, okay, you can now come up with an outline. So I'll give you a set of jumbled topics. Your job is to, of course, pick the title. So that means it's the most general concept. And then pick the main ideas and use it as your Roman numeral number 1 or Roman numeral number 2 or Roman numeral number 3. And if you have number 3, and pick also the subordinate ideas that will rightfully belong under each main idea. So make sure you classify all subtopics under their proper main headings and arrange the outline in the best order. So these are the words. So pause for a while, get a sheet of paper, and work on this activity. Okay, so we're back. Let's see your answers. Title, of course, the egg industry. And then what are the main ideas? Producing high quality eggs, because under producing and the next process, you know that these are methods, right? Selling eggs. Okay, what will fall under producing? Production, egg production. So you have grading for quality and grading for weight. So they correspond to the main idea. And then for selling, of course, it will involve packaging and transporting. So if your answer is similar to my answer or to this answer, then you did a very good job. You know how to classify major and minor points or minor ideas. Now, okay, so we will talk about the format. Because in outlining, we have different levels. Basically, when you say levels, this pertains to the arrangement of the topics to show the main and subordinate ideas. So we have three. First is one level outline. If it's only one level, so you enumerate only in the main divisions. So example, 1, 2, 3, 4 Roman numeral. We usually use Roman numeral for the first level. So first, second, third, and fourth main idea. You have 2 level if you have the main divisions together with the subtopics under each main division. So it looks like this. And if you want to be more specific, you go to 3 level outline. You enumerate the main division, the subtopics under each subtopic. So have A, B, C. Under A, you have 1, 2, 3. These are the supporting details. So together with the supporting details of these subtopics. So if you come up with a 3 level outline, you are basically ready to write the paper, because it's now a matter of giving flesh to the outline, because this kind of outline, the 3 level, is very comprehensive and very specific enough. Okay. And for the type of outline, so if it's informal, you can use a topic outline. So let's have an example, like a thesis statement. Anime, let's talk about anime. Anime has traditions and features that distinguish it from American cartoons and make it sophisticated enough to appeal to adults. Do you agree? Yeah. Okay. Maybe most of you will agree because personally, I prefer anime. Okay. From American or compared with American cartoons. So you have topic outline, anime qualities. What are the qualities? First, quick images, just in the soundtracks, the eyes, the features, the art. So this is an example of a topic outline. If we expand that to a sentence outline, similar thesis statement, then you have an expanded form as well. So sentence form, complex plots are about one of the distinctive features of anime. So you move to the subtopic, anime images move quickly, etc. So it looks something like this. So most of the time, your teachers or instructors will ask you to come up with a sentence outline. Okay? So you continue the discussion. So you have the C and the D. Those are subtopics, minor ideas, and then 1, 2, 3, supporting ideas, supporting details. Okay, so how exactly do you do that? Let's go to the steps. I have 6 very easy steps. First step is get the central idea. So it's like skimming. Okay, when you skim an article, you try to get a main idea. How do you do that? You read the title, and then second is you pick out keywords in each paragraph. So as you read along, get the keywords and then go to step number 3. Step number 3 is you identify the topic sentence and note its mode of development. When we say mode of development, it simply means you analyze the topic sentence. Is it comparing, contrasting, showing cause and effect? Is it illustrating, giving an example? Is it what else? Maybe okay, anything that the topic sentence, mode of development. So maybe cause and reason. Okay. And go to number 4, group topic sentences according to their family resemblances. Once you have all the topic sentences, see how they are similar. Find the similarity. Okay. And that will be the family. It's like a branch. Okay. However they are similar, that can serve as the main idea. And then once you have that, you are able to draw the main idea, or the family resemblances. That will be the class name. So go to step number 5, which is provide a class name. And these will serve as main divisions of the outline. So once you have the class name, you can now break down the subtopics into supporting details. So let's have an example. This is an article on frozen sleep, new frontier in surgery. It was written way back. So at that time, frozen sleep or hypothermia, what is it? Hypothermia has just been discovered by physicians. Okay, so you have this paragraph. Not long ago, French physicians reported a case of a woman 7 months with a child struck with eclampsia. So eclampsia it has something to do with having high blood pressure while a woman is giving birth. So it can lead to death. The dread convulsions of pregnancy, the one slender hope of saving her life, was surgical delivery of her infant. And in such cases, the chances of saving the baby's life are virtually nil. To calm the convulsions and to increase her chances of surviving surgery, the doctor used hypothermia, frozen sleep. Unavoidably, the infant was also cooled. Not only did the mother recover, the baby lived too. So as you read along, take note of the keywords or key ideas. Okay, grab your pen and paper again, write the keywords, and write the topic. Second paragraph, pause the video, write the keywords, write the topic. Third paragraph, pause the video again, write the keywords, write the topic. So, if, okay, you have the keywords per paragraph, it will look something like this. Okay, if your answer is something to this effect, then way to go, that's good. And then remember that report of a successful use, how it works, the method itself, origin, of the ideas. Put them all together, you will say, of course, the first most important idea is the topic itself. Hypothermia, and then its origin. First suggested by observations on animal behavior, okay? And then paragraph 1 topic has been successfully used in surgery to slow down the human body's normal activities. And paragraph 2 topic talks about method by lowering bodily temperature. So that means if you are able to draw the topic sentences and get the general sense of the meaning of the paragraph, you can now phrase the thesis statement. Okay? And then after the thesis statement, if you're asked for a sentence outline, it will look something like this. Okay? And that's it. That's how you make an outline. So it's another thing if you will make an outline of your own writing. If you will make an outline of your own writing, then you'd have to, of course, determine what kind of paper you will write, because it's different if it's analytical, expository, or argumentative. And then the thesis statement, it has to come from a lot of brainstorming, reading, free writing, etc. Okay, remember, never mix the two styles, topic and sentence in one outline. So for example, you have, this one is a sentence outline. You begin with a sentence, but then part 2, you suddenly have a phrase, so you cannot do that. And another thing to remember, ensure parallelism and consistency. So you start out with, this is a topic outline, why I homeschool my children. And then suddenly you shifted to a noun phrase, common notions about homeschooling. They're not consistent, they're not parallel. Part 3, now you have a verb ing or a gerund, choosing homeschooling over mainstream schooling. So the format, the entries are not parallel and they're inconsistent, so you have to change it. So if you want to stick with WH, you have why I homeschool my children, what people think about homeschooling, and part 3 you can use why homeschooling is chosen over mainstream schooling, something like that. Okay, just make sure they're parallel. So okay, did you meet the objectives? I will remind you about the objectives again. So put the check if, okay, silently in your mind, or maybe explain to yourself, okay, why outlining is an academic tool, classify major and minor ideas, how to do that exactly, the format, remind yourself of the format and the steps. Okay, so if you answered check to all objectives, very good. You maximize this video and you're ready for our class. Okay, so these are my references. Again, goodbye. See you again next time.